You may feel like you've been waiting a long time for something to change. You've been doing the right thing, staying faithful, believing for the breakthrough, but nothing seems to be happening. The enemy would love for you to believe it's never going to work out. He'll whisper, "You've reached your limits. Nothing good is coming your way." But I came to tell you, you are closer than you think. What you've been believing for, what you've been praying about, it's not way off in the future. It's right up ahead. Don't give up now. Don't let weariness talk you out of your blessing. Sometimes, right before the breakthrough comes, life will throw its biggest challenges your way. It's not because you're off track. It's because you're so close. The enemy always fights the hardest when he knows you're about to step into something great. When things feel the most difficult, when the pressure seems unbearable, that's not the time to give up. That's the time to dig in your heels and say, "I've come too far to stop now. My miracle is on the way." You may not see any sign of things changing. Every circumstance may be saying, "It's over. Nothing is improving." But don't be moved by what you see. Be moved by what you know. And what you know is this: you are on the verge of a turnaround. That dream, that healing, that breakthrough, it's closer than you think. You didn't come this far just to quit now. The waiting period is not wasted time. Something is happening behind the scenes. Doors are being lined up. Opportunities are being arranged. People are being positioned in your favor. It may look like nothing is happening, but trust me, things are falling into place. What God promised you didn't go away. The delays, the detours, the disappointments, they didn't cancel His plan. They are all part of the process to prepare you for what's coming. Don't mistake delay for denial. Just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it's not going to happen. What you're waiting for has an appointed time. It's already on the schedule. The right people, the right opportunities, the right breaks, they're going to show up when they're supposed to. Your job is to stay in faith. Keep believing, keep speaking victory over your life. You are closer than you think. You may feel tired. You may feel like you've given all you've got. But what if you knew that next week everything was going to turn around? What if you knew that tomorrow, that phone call, that opportunity, that healing was coming? You would dig deep. You would press through. You would refuse to give up. I'm telling you today, Live Like That breakthrough is on the way, because it is. Every time doubt tries to whisper, it's never going to happen. Just remind yourself, I am closer than I think. You're not waiting for victory. You're walking toward it. You're not trying to get blessed. You already are blessed. And the fullness of that blessing is about to show up. Stay in faith. Stay expectant. Stay ready. Because what's coming is bigger, better, and greater than anything you've imagined. You've been believing for something for a long time, standing in faith, doing your best to honor God and keep the right attitude, but maybe it hasn't happened yet. Every voice may be telling you, it's never going to change. You'll never see the answer. It's too late now. But I want to encourage you today. You are closer than you think. What you've been waiting for, what you've been praying about, it's not way off in the future. It's just up ahead. That dream, that promise, that breakthrough is about to show up in your life. This is not the time to quit. This is not the time to give up, because the finish line is right in front of you. The enemy knows how close you are, and that's why he's trying to wear you down. He's trying to convince you to settle, to let go of your promise, to believe that nothing good is coming. But if you'll keep moving forward, if you'll keep taking steps of faith, you're going to see what God has promised you. Too often, people stop short of their victory. They were right on the verge of their miracle, right on the edge of their blessing, but they let discouragement talk them out of it. They let disappointment convince them that it wasn't meant to be. They got tired and thought, it's been too long. Maybe this isn't for me. But just because it's taking longer than you thought doesn't mean it's not going to happen. What you've been believing for is still in your future. The delay doesn't mean denial. When it feels the hardest, when the pressure is the greatest, that's a sign you're closer than ever. That's the enemy's last attempt to keep you from what God has for you. Don't fall for the trap. This is the time to dig your heels in and say, I've come too far to stop now. I'm going to see this through. Think about a runner in a marathon. They may have been running for hours, and at some point, exhaustion sets in. Their legs are burning, their lungs are aching, and everything in them is saying, just quit. Just stop running. But what they can't see is that the finish line is just around the corner. If they could see how close they were, they'd find the strength to keep going. It's the same way in life. You may feel like you can't take another step, like you've waited too long, but if you could see what God sees, if you could see how close you are to the answer, you would be amazed. You would press forward with a new passion. You would shake off the discouragement and say, I'm not quitting now. I'm almost there. Your breakthrough isn't behind you. It's in front of you. The best days of your life are not in your past. They're still up ahead. The enemy wouldn't be fighting you so hard if he didn't know something good was about to happen. He doesn't waste his energy on people who are going nowhere. If you're facing opposition, if things have gotten tougher lately, take it as a sign you're on the verge of something amazing. The closer you get to your victory, the harder the enemy will try to stop you. That's why you have to stand strong. You can't give in to weariness. You can't let negative thoughts talk you out of it. Keep reminding yourself, I am closer than I think. When life gets tough, the temptation is to settle where you are. It's easy to think, this is good enough. Maybe this is all there is for me. But God didn't bring you this far to leave you where you are. There's something greater in your future. There's a new level of favor, a new level of influence, a new level of joy. You have to make up your mind that you're not stopping until you see it. Don't let temporary disappointment cause you to miss permanent blessing. Every step you take, every day you keep believing, every time you choose to trust instead of doubt, you're moving closer to what you've been waiting for. I know it's not always easy. I know sometimes you feel like giving up. But remember this, the pain of perseverance is nothing compared to the joy of breakthrough. The reward is so much greater than the struggle. When you see what God is about to do, when you hold that promise in your hand, when you step into that new season, you'll say like the psalmist, it was worth it all. Stay in faith. Keep moving forward. You're closer than you think. Just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it's not going to happen. The delay is not a sign that you've been forgotten. It's not a sign that you've done something wrong, and it certainly doesn't mean God changed his mind. What you're waiting for is still on the way. There is an appointed time for your promise, and no delay, no setback, no disappointment can stop it from coming to pass. Sometimes we get frustrated when things take longer than we thought. We look at the calendar and think, it's been too long. If it was going to happen, it would have happened by now. But what you have to understand is that delay is not denial. When you don't see progress, when you don't see anything changing, it's easy to get discouraged and settle where you are. But God does some of his best work in the waiting season. While you're waiting, he's working. Behind the scenes, things are being lined up, doors are being prepared, people are being positioned. What he promised you didn't go away just because it's taking longer than you planned. Every dream, every promise, every answered prayer has an appointed time. You can't speed it up, and you can't delay it. It's on God's schedule. And when the right moment comes, nothing can stop it from happening. You may not see any sign of it, but that doesn't mean it's not coming. Just because it's quiet doesn't mean things aren't moving. The silence is not evidence that God has forgotten you. He's working in ways you cannot see. Think about a seed planted in the ground. For months, there's no visible sign of life. The soil looks barren, but beneath the surface, roots are growing, strength is developing. One day, what was hidden bursts forth for the world to see. That's how your promise works. Just because you don't see anything right now doesn't mean nothing is happening. The roots of your breakthrough are growing deeper every day. We live in a culture that wants everything instantly. We want microwave answers, overnight success, quick breakthroughs. But the most valuable things in life take time to develop. If God gave you everything the moment you asked for it, you wouldn't be ready. There are lessons you need to learn, strength you need to build, character you need to develop. Waiting is not punishment, it's preparation. God uses the delay to refine you, to make sure you're ready for what's coming. What good is a blessing if you're not prepared to handle it? The delay is a sign that God is setting you up for something greater than what you asked for. Sometimes when it takes longer, we think maybe the promise expired, maybe it wasn't God's will after all. But the scripture says the vision is for an appointed time. Though it tarry, wait for it. It will surely come. That means there is no expiration date on what God promised you. It may look like it's too late, but God is never late. He knows how to redeem the time. He knows how to make up for what you've lost. One touch of his favor can catapult you years ahead. What seems delayed in your eyes is right on schedule in God's plan. You're not behind, you're not forgotten, you're exactly where you need to be. When the enemy whispers, it's never going to happen. You've been waiting too long. You need to answer back. Delay is not denial. My time is coming. What God promised me will come to pass. Every day you wait in faith. Every day you refuse to give up. You're passing the test. Don't let the delay discourage you. Let it deepen your trust. The longer the wait, the greater the reward. When God finally brings it to pass, it's going to be bigger, better, and more fulfilling than anything you imagined. You'll look back and say, it didn't happen when I wanted it to, but it happened at the perfect time. Stay in faith. Keep believing even when nothing is changing. Keep doing the right thing even when it feels like it's not working. Your appointed time is closer than you think. One day, you're going to step into the fullness of what God has promised. Until then, trust His timing, because His timing is always perfect. The delay is not there to defeat you, it's there to prepare you. When the right time comes, you'll see that every second you waited was worth it.